Hello and welcome back to another I Am Ampersand video, and today I would like to introduce you to the Mysteries of Pandaria's mini-set, Disciples of Shang-xi's Academy. In this mini-set, every class card is a dual class card with the newest class, Monk. Each of the classes take time out of their adventures in Pandaria to attend this academy, and here they pick up all sorts of new tricks, as do the monks. The Brewmasters hit it off naturally with Death Knights, Druids, and Warriors, while the Windwalkers swiftly grew fond of the Demon Hunters, Rogues, and Shaman. And the Mistwalkers themselves naturally melded smoothly with the Mages, Paladins, Priests, and strangely Warlock? What could this possibly mean for the classes as they bolster their unique styles with a little bit of flow, a touch of grace, and a mug full of brew? But in case this is your first time coming across one of the Mysteries of Pandaria set previews, well, let me introduce you to the set's keyword, Channel. Channel is an end-of-turn effect that only happens if you have the required amount of unspent mana at the end of your turn. Typically, they are stronger effects for their cost. While Channel will become a monk-specific keyword after Mysteries of Pandaria rotates out of Standard, I should also introduce you quickly to a unique monk mechanic, Chi Orbs. Chi Orbs are simple little 1/1 minions that naturally have 3 abilities. 1, they pop whenever they take any damage, just like a Divine Shield. But secondly, they don't actually take up board space. You can always play another minion on top of a Chi Orb, and the Chi Orb will infuse its stats and keywords onto the newest minion played. And if you're playing Monk, it will activate your current stance's ability with its Death Rattle. But now let's get on to the main event, and let's start taking a look at the cards. First up, we've got Death Knight. And while Monk and Death Knight don't have much in common, they were able to find some common ground as they buried the Hatchet. Hatchet is a 3 mana 2/3 weapon with, after your hero attacks, summon a Chi Orb and give it +1/+1. So every time you swing with this Hatchet, you're going to be summoning a 2/2 Chi Orb that can be infused into another minion. Or you might look into Remorseful Rebuker. Remorseful Rebuker is a 5 mana 5/6 minion with Channel 1. Fill your board with 1/1 Chi Orbs, give them random bonus effects. Or you might consider Army of the Chi. Army of the Chi is a 5 mana spell with fill your board with Chi Orbs, spend 3 corpses to give them 2 random bonus effects. So it looks like we're getting some pretty splashable cards for Death Knight to pick up. Being able to fill their board quickly looks like it's going to be a great way for them to generate corpses. Then they'll be able to spend corpses with the Army of the Chi. All those bonus effects will get carried over onto any minions that are played over top of those Chi Orbs. It looks like there's going to be a lot of synergies that could be made for Death Knight. But after Death Knight, we're going to move on over to Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter was training with the Windwalkers, and the fusion of Demon Hunter and Monk makes for a wild interpretation. First up, we've got Flickerclaw. Flickerclaw is a 3 mana 3/4 beast with Rush and Death Rattle. If it is your turn, give your hero +3 attack this turn. Up next, we've also got Chistio Rage. Draw a card for each friendly beast or Chi Orb you control and gain that much attack this turn. Quite a powerful spell for a couple of classes that like to use their hero to attack. And then finally we've got Slippery Sylph. Slippery Sylph is a 5 mana 5/6 elemental minion with Lifesteal and Channel. Give adjacent minions Lifesteal and Divine Shield. So this minion can provide you a lot of potential health, and it can also provide you a stickier board if you get that channel effect going. And then following up Demon Hunter, we have Druid. First card for Druid is going to be Brewamental. Brewamental is a 5 mana 3/8 elemental creature minion with whenever another friendly minion dies, summon a Chi Orb. Death Rattle, summon a Chi Orb. So he's going to definitely be providing you with a lot of Chi Orbs, and if you have, say, maybe some Treants or some other token minions floating around, well, they're not gone forever. They're going to create you a Chi Orb. Or, following up the Brewamental, we have the Treant Aged Brew. Treant Aged Brew is a 2 mana spell with summon a 2/2 Treant with Death Rattle, summon 2 Chi Orbs. So you'll be able to effectively get 4 mana and stats just from one spell. And then the last card we have Unsmashed Keg. Unsmashed Keg is a 3 mana 0/6 minion with Death Rattle, summon an elemental with stats equal to the cost of the card that destroyed this minion. So if you get your minion destroyed by your opponent's Deathwing, well, you just got yourself a 10 mana 10/10 minion coming on board. Or maybe they decided to trade into it with their Flame Elemental and you just got yourself a nice little 1/1 minion for 1. But regardless, you got a free Elemental. Enjoy. And not to be outdone, up next we have Hunter, and their first card is going to be Silencing Shot. Silencing Shot is a 2 mana spell with silence a minion and do 2 damage to its neighbors. An effective spell for you to clear out a pesky taunt minion, perhaps, and do a little cheeky damage to its neighbors. Or you might consider bringing Protectorate Drake. Protectorate Drake is a 5 mana 2/8 dragon with Battlecry, choose a minion. Whenever that minion takes damage, this minion takes it instead. So kinda like Bolf Ramshield used to be for your hero, this minion can protect a special minion. Maybe you want your Ragnaros to sit around for a few more turns and you think this extra 8 health is going to be that answer. Or you might consider bringing along this last card, Resourceful Trapper. Resourceful Trapper is a 2 mana 2/2 minion with Channel 1. Put a random hunter secret into the battlefield. So you don't have to be running secrets in your deck, and your opponent won't be able to predict this. Random is always fun. But speaking of fun, Mage was kicking back fishing, and they're still fishing. First, we're going to take a look at the first legendary card I'm going to show in this mini set, Krakenon. Krakenon is a 4 mana 4/4 legendary beast with tradable battle cry. For the rest of the game, your trades cost 0 and draw an additional card. So now you can continue your fishing game for free, and you're going to fill your hand. What an absolute monster. Or you may consider bringing along True Essence and showing your opponent what their minions truly look like. A Chi Orb as you transform them into it with his 4 mana arcane spell. And then the last thing you might consider is Well Rested. Well Rested is a spell that says spend all your mana. Create a fishing spot that with that many uses, and the fishing spot is a location that will have that many uses depending on your mana spent. And that fishing spot reads, refresh 2 mana crystals and restore 2 health to your hero. So now you'll be able to take advantage and double up on all that mana you stored away earlier, as well as restoring health as you kick back and you cast that line and reel it in. And Paladin's going to be bringing you the Krasarang Snapper. Krasarang Snapper is a 5 mana 6/5 beast with taunt and lifesteal. Whenever this minion takes damage, summon a Chi Orb with lifesteal. Or you might consider bringing along a dragon friend, a cheeky dragon friend. The cheeky dragon is a 3 mana 3/4 dragon with taunt and death rattle. Add a 1/1 Chi Orb and a 1/1 Silverhand recruit to your hand. So he's been snacking on some friends, it seems. Or you might consider Perseverance Aura. Something that a Paladin and Monk will have in common is use of auras. And whenever a non-Chi Orb minion dies, summon a Chi Orb. This will last for 2 turns, so take advantage of it and trade wisely. Keep in mind that those Chi Orbs with life still off that snapper are going to be possibly infused into your other minions, providing them with life still. Or if your board last turn got knocked off by your opponent, well, now you have a whole bunch of Chi Orbs sitting around that you can use to reinfuse your next board. They live on. And now we'll follow up Paladin with everybody's favorite class, Priest. First, we've got the only epic card for the mini set, Rejuvenating Mist. Rejuvenating Mist is a spell that reads restore 3 health to all characters, summon a Chi Orb for each one overhealed. So this will be a cheap, easy way for you to generate a bunch of little 1/1 minions that you might then play other bigger minions over in that turn. Or maybe you'll play Sealed Away Forever. You're tired of your opponent playing a particular minion? Well, if you make sure you have this on hand, this 4 mana holy spell will allow you to choose a minion and remove all copies of it from the game. They'll be sealed away forever. Or maybe you're looking to bring back a bigger style of Priest gameplay with the Chi Avatar. Chi Avatar is an 8 mana 6/6 elemental minion with taunt, divine shield, and lifesteal, as well as summon a copy of this minion at the end of your turn. If your opponent doesn't answer these 2 Chi Avatars immediately, they're going to have a major problem on their hands. Rogue shows us how a Vital Striker works with Vital Striker, a 3 mana 3/3 minion with after your hero attacks, give this minion that much attack this turn. So, when you attack with this with your 1 attack weapon, your dagger, it becomes a 4/3 for that turn. If you attack with a 6 attack weapon, that's a 9/3. Or maybe you'll consider bringing along the Training Dummy. The Training Dummy is a 1 mana 1/1 minion with Death Rattle. Resummon this on your opponent's board and shuffle a copy into their deck. So, eventually the entire board could be full of Training Dummies. Or finally, you might consider bringing along a Candelabra, a very improvised weapon, something that rogues and monks might have to do to defend themselves in a moment of need. Candelabra is a 1 mana 3/1 weapon with Death Rattle. Summon a 1/1 Waxling, and a 1/1 Waxling is just that, a 1/1 Waxling. He's a cute little bugger though. And after Rogue, we're gonna go ahead and roll on over into Shaman. And Shaman's getting access to the second class legendary with Senjo Goldenrai. Senjo Goldenrai is a 4 mana 3/5 minion with Battlecry. Your next Battlecry minion gains its effect as a channel 1 effect. So you might get an incredibly powerful Battlecry for 1 mana at the end of every turn that minion sticks around. Or you could consider bringing along Strike Like Lightning. Strike Like Lightning is a 2 mana nature spell where your hero can attack all enemy minions twice this turn. Or maybe you're thinking about a Chi Totem. A Chi Totem is a 3 mana 0/3 totem with, at the end of your turn, summon 2 Chi Orbs. And while the Mistweaver monks and the Warlock seem like an unusual pairing, they actually have quite a lot of synergies with each other. First, we're going to take a look at Soul Converter. Soul Converter is a 5 mana 5/6 minion with Battlecry. Discard a random card and transform a random enemy minion into a Chi Orb. So you are guaranteed to remove a minion and transform it into a simple little 1/1 creature that can be removed by anything. Or maybe you've made some unlikely allies. Summon a random demon and an elemental that cost more than 6. Or maybe you want to bring along a little Pacified Imp. A Pacified Imp is a 1 mana 3/2 minion with channel 1. Discard a random card. So make sure you don't leave any mana floating unless you want to. And while during the Mysteries of Pandaria expansion, Garrosh wasn't having a very good time, Warrior as a class is having a wonderful time. They've got access to 3 new cards as well. First up is Mage Eater. Mage Eater is a 4 mana 3/5 dragon with Rush, and whenever this attacks a minion, silence it. Similar to Mage Hunter for Demon Hunter back in Scholomance Academy, now this is given access to Warrior and Monk. Or maybe you want to embrace the chaos with the Noggenfogger Brew. Noggenfogger Brew is a 3 mana spell which reads, all targets are chosen randomly until your next turn. So maybe you finish your turn out with this instead and you don't have any downside, but your opponent, they're not gonna like it. Or maybe you're starting the game off right with a Battle Bug, a 1 mana 1/2 weapon with, after you attack a minion, force it to attack one of your minions. So it's almost like Super Collider, except for it's trading into your minions. So maybe you've got a guy out there that can take the hit, and you're glad to swing. But that's going to wrap it up for all of the class cards. I'm going to save the last 5 cards for the neutral set for one last video for the Mysteries of Pandaria and the Shang-xi Academy mini set. For my next one, it's going to be all Shaw minions, and I hope you are looking forward to it because it's going to really pull together packages presented for Death Knight, Priest, and Warlock, as well as Warrior. So I hope you're looking forward to seeing some support for these 4 classes, and until then, take it easy and have a good day. Hey, if you got any feedback on how I did on this video, or things that you think I should maybe improve or change, or just anything about it, I'm open to critiques. I want to get better. I may not take the advice, or maybe it'll take me a few videos to figure it out. But I really just want some feedback of sorts. What's lacking?